gals, Backyard Bass. I'm back here with you today. Today we are actually going to go over something pretty unique that I like to fish, especially in the fall, and that's the double fluke rig. It's relatively easy. I'll walk you through everything. I'll show you what I use, how I use it, why I use it, and everything. So first off, um, I will tell you, I use this on a spinning setup. I've got a medium heavy action spinning rod. This one here is just a 6.6, just a typical cheap reel. It's nothing expensive or nothing like that. I do have 20-pound braided line on. The reason I throw braided line is because I want that sensitivity, and for long cast, I want to be able to drive a hook pretty easy. So that's why I use this. Okay, so how to rig this up, it's very simple. Run you through it here. So I've got this little swivel right there you can see. I'm just going to put my line through there. I am not going to tie this. Just let it slide up at that line. My second one, this one I'm going to tie on. You can use a polymer knot or the whatever knot of your choice. It doesn't matter. Let me get through here. I'll tie this real quick and I'll show you here. Alright, let me cut the tag end off here. Alright, so as you can see, like I said, I've got one swivel here, just slides up and down, and then I've got the other swivel at the very end. Okay, now this next step is going to be strictly fluorocarbon. I have 12-pound fluorocarbon here. My first one I'm going to make probably about anywhere from 16 to 18 inches. You can go all the way up to 2 foot if you want to. So let's cut that a little bit, and I'll cut a little long so I got a knot to tie. So that's my first one. Now my first one I'm going to tie down here on the very bottom, the one that's actually got the knot tied to it. This is actually going to be my longer one. And just tie a normal knot like you normally would on anything else. Doesn't have to have anything specific on there at all. So cinch that all down. Okay. Let's get back here to the other one. Let me cut it off. Now this one I'm going to make about 2 foot. First one, like I said, anywhere from about 12 to 16 inches, and the second one do about 18 to 24. Give me just a second here. I'll get this tied on. And this is going to go on the one, like I said, I like the longer one on the swivel that I have just setting on the line that can slide loosely. All right, get this off here. Cut that little tag end off. This other one over here. Tell you what, hang on just a second, guys. Let me redo this bottom one here. So I got a kink in my line or something there. Tie this real quick. And guys, I will tell you, this is one of my favorite little rigs to throw in the fall for schooling bass, because it's got a ton of action to it. It looks like actual dying bait fish and performs very, very, very well. Alright, cut this tag end off here. Okay, so before we get any farther, I'll show you guys here. Like I said, on the one I have sliding loosely, I got about a 2 foot leader. And on this one here, I've got about a 12 to 14 inch leader. So on the end of them, You're just gonna go ahead. Now for this, I use these here. You can use a 3/0 or 4/0 EWG hook, an offset hook. They work perfect for a weightless fluke. I haven't had any other ones that work any better, nothing like that. These are probably the best ones you're going to use. Tie these hooks on real quick. All right, get one here. All right. There's one down. Get to our second one here. Now, I know you guys are probably wondering, I've had a few guys ask, why I don't use a 3-point swivel. That way you could just tie the one end to your main line and then you got your 2 swivels for each leader line. The reason I don't do that is because if you catch 2 fish at the same time, which is quite possible when you're going through schooling fish. A lot of times when you go through schooling fish like that, you're going to have multiple blow-ups on that same bait. So there's a good chance you're going to end up with 2 hooked at the same time. And the problem you run into is if you have a leader line here and a leader line here, when they're pulling apart from each other, they're swimming away from each other, all your stretch is right there in those 2 leader lines. So your drag can't do anything. With this setup, let's get these flukes on here real quick and I'll show you. So, I'm going to put this on there just nose first, a little bit through there. Like I said, the flukes have that real nice open belly there that hides your hook real well, fits just in there just perfect. Come through there, we're going to do it weedless, just like, or not weedless, but just laying across the back there. It's almost weedless. Same thing on the other one. Get this through here. All right, so a little slack up here so I can show you guys. Okay, so what happens is if you get a fish, this is your main one here. If you get a fish on this and he goes this way, and you get a fish on it this way, that swivel on there that slides will just go up your line. It's not going to fight against there and pull side to side, so it'll work really well. So that's how and why I rigged that up that way. So let's reel this up. I'll take you down. All right, guys. So down at my pond here, I don't know if you can see this real easy or not. I'm actually going to throw this little double fluke rig and kind of show you what's going on and how it works and everything. I'm actually going to have my youngest son here. That's Dominic. Say hi, Dominic. Hi. So he's going to do the filming for me and kind of show you guys what's going on and how this thing crisscrosses back and forth and everything. So I'll hand the camera over to him. We'll see what goes on. Get another cast out here, guys. I know it's probably really tough to see, but see if I can get a little bit of light there. But anyway, we'll do one more cast here just to show you. I'll try to keep it at the top of the water there so you guys can really see it. And all I'm doing, guys, is just twitching that rod tip. I mean, it makes them go everywhere. I mean, it really works good, so. So, like I said, guys, it's a real easy rig to use, real easy to set up. You know, watch that again if you have to. Set it up, works very, very well. Like I said, my favorite time of year is to use it in the fall when you got schooling bass and even topwater bass. You can throw this thing through there, and if you're twitching it fast enough, You know, that thing's going to stay pretty high in the water column. One thing I will tell you, do not use weights with this. And the reason I tell you that is because you don't want these things going down too far. Because once you get down too far, you might as well throw a jerk bait then. These are made for like the first probably foot to maybe foot and a half of water on top of the water there. So make sure you use that fluorocarbon. You don't want to use mono. You don't want to use braid on these leaders. Otherwise, that bait is actually going to set right up on top of that water, and it's not going to work real well for you. I'm not saying you won't get bit, but I'm telling you, about a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader, that's about the best you can do with that thing. So until next time, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button, and I'll see you guys again on Thursday, or actually Sunday. And don't forget, we're doing the Monday night live streams too. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks.